like very excited about this date, and when we got underway, he happened to be his father happened to be somebody very substantial in Senegal, like one of the multi-millionaires of Senegal. And we drove by his house. He said, "Oh, I forgot to get something. Can we just drive by my house?"
You sure he wasn't showing off?
Right. Of course, in a fantastic sports car. So we drive by his house, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, that's my first house. That's Kibit
He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Then he says, as we're driving, and this is my second house, Kibit Villa number 2. He's a Kibit, that's their name, okay? And to the third house, and I said, "My gosh, why do you guys have 3 houses?" He's like, "Well, my dad has one for each of his wives."
Okay.
And I'm like,
he's trying to set it up for
I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Gorgeous man, grown up in Europe. What does he mean by his dad has each of one of the wives? So I'm feeling a little bit unsure of myself, and I'm like, well, so what happens? How does it go on? And in this situation,
this is staying
what's going on? He says, well, this is how it goes. My father drives his car up, and the houses, the villas, are one by the other, by the ocean. And he drives his car up, and then he decides if he's going to stop at the first house, because they have their schedule each night.
Oh, okay.
Or the second house,
okay.
or the third house.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's really great. So we go off.
I'm still stuck.
We go off to dinner, and we have a really nice dinner. And then he leans into me and he says, "You know what? I could make you my first wife."
That was a setup.
And I was like, "Thank you for the dinner. I think I'm fine."
Okay.
Because apparently for him, he was giving me a big compliment, because the first wife is the best wife, and she gets the biggest house, and she gets to lord over the other wives.
Okay.
So that's why that was probably my worst date, because before I could even think of it, he
started
was already, I thought, wow, fantastic guy, gorgeous black guy, has everything, education and everything like that. And then he starts talking to me about
this is winning. They're like, this is winning.
Right? And I'm like, well, do I go for this or do I not go for this? But I didn't go for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my experience then.
Okay. Our third guest, L. Sanders, born in Chicago, Illinois, South Side, graduated Cal State Northridge, BA in Sociology, class in 1994, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, president, designer of Active Interactions, LLC, and creator of the patent No Bounce Sports Performance Bra, patent 7731564. So, horrible first dates.
Greetings and blessings, man. Thanks for having me. And, greetings to all the.
Please speak one.
Greetings to all the panelists. Greetings to everybody out there. Happy Thursday, everybody. I really tried to rack my brain with this question, because I don't look at it as horrible. I'll just say there's challenges I faced on dates, I guess, of being around women that were who let me know who they were in the beginning part of the date. By letting me know that basically there wasn't a lot of room for me in this situation. So when they talk a lot about themselves, or they're very distracted by things, or really don't take the time to get to know me. So I can't just point my finger to one. There's been several. I mean,
it's a parade.
I've been around a little bit. I just turned 47, so I've been around a little bit. Actually, I was married at one time as well too. So. I just think it's just challenges out there that even more so today are even worse than when I first started doing it.
But it's better that they let you know, like right off
the bat,
right?
That's true, and you become better at it as you do more of it. Repetition is key.
Right.
So you've been dating, you learn more. Actually, and because I'm a former athlete too, I never had problems or challenges getting dates. It's just learning things about the person, or not really getting to know them for them, I guess.
Okay.
In a lot of instances, and I guess it matured me along the way. So I guess I don't know about the horribleness of it, I guess. But the challenges, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like, because I had a really bad first date in Baltimore, and I think I brought it up on another show. But actually, what you said actually triggered a definitely bad date here. And it started off nice. We went to a concert, right? And we seen like it was like Tony or somebody like that. Mm-hmm. And it was just a really good date, right? At first, it was like, and then at dinner, she gave me her checklist. I mean that 20 step checklist. You know, this I expect this and this. I need a man who can cook. I need a man who speak 2 languages. And I was like, do you speak 2 languages? She was like, no. So I was like, so you asking for something that you don't even provide for yourself? And I was just like,
on your side of things, yeah.
And I felt trapped because she was like, she wanted to drive because I was like, I understand. You want to meet? Let's meet there. She was like, no, I'm driving. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Yeah. Right, and I met her at her job. Right, she wasn't like she wasn't high profile. She was a beautician.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, we on the same level, we building and stuff like that. Okay. And then the date was cool. I met Michael, the guy from Huxtables. Michael Jamal. I met him at Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I met him like before our date started. I just met her at her job, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And I was like, it's cool meeting him. Like I always thought he was a cool dude. I didn't know how smart he was until I actually talked to him.
His poetry is amazing.
Oh yeah. I hosted an event where he was a feature.
Oh yeah. Good. They used to have he had a band that he would.
I remember he had a band. I remember
that. That was awesome. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And we went on a date, it was fun, and then when she gave me her list, I was just like, not that I felt small, but I was like, you saw my stats from the gate, right? You see, I have a degree and stuff like that, but, you know, I'm a real dude, right? But you're asking for somebody that's like 70 years old, all qualified and everything. A 70-year-old dude that's all qualified, like they ain't looking for you. Right? You want somebody with the same level, and I was just like, I thought we were. But the thing is, her ambitions far exceeded who she really was.
Right.
And anyway, I think that was our first date and last date. Right. And I was okay with that because I was just like, man, you know, I'm gonna be tired dating you.
Right.
You gonna struggle with
me out.
Yeah, I mean, and not even like, I mean, not that I can't keep up because I've dated doctors, I've dated professors, I've dated a lot of educated women because educated woman doesn't make me feel bad. I'm not gonna like, oh, you're educated, I gotta make you small. Like, no, come on, let's go.
Right.
That's sexy to me. And so it didn't intimidate that she was ambitious, but it intimidated the fact that, are you sure you know who you are?
Right.
And I was like, we don't match up. So I had to accept that.
And the funny part about what you said is that it's I've heard so much about that list that they talk that people speak of, or women speak of, and it's amazing how many comedians and people have made comments about how as we progress and get mature, I guess the ladies more mature, but the ladies can speak to that more, is that list starts to shrink a little bit. Like all these things that are expected from the guy. Right. Oh, I need him to have this kind of car. I need him to have this kind of money in the bank account, things like that. And it goes down. I think it was I can't remember the actual comedian, but they said it can start out that list so long that before they maybe just turn 50, it becomes to I just need a man. You know,
a real man.
You know, a real man, just a man. Right. Because I think that gets modified along the way.
I don't know. I think that the internet nowadays, because of all the internet dating, you take care of all those lists before you even meet the person. Because all you have to do is you go, okay, what kind of person am I looking for? And then you write out the list and you send it out there. Okay. And all the guys who are interested come back and they're like, okay, I'm like this, I'm like that. Yeah. And so I think that list still exists, but it's been made a little bit impersonal because you actually do it before you go on the first date, before you see the person.
I think for me a first date should be, we're going to just get some coffee, tea, see where we are. Right, or go to a library. If you're scared of libraries, maybe you shouldn't date. That means you're scared of books, and which means I don't want to date you. Something like that, real simple, not complex, not even the movies, because the movies you don't really get to know somebody.
You don't talk to them.
But I would definitely say
you have to be quiet.
Something.
That was
small.
another reason why that other first date that I had didn't really work, because we sat there for. Beloved is like almost like 3 hours.
That was a bad movie.
And it was 3 hours almost. So it was very much like we didn't have a good opportunity to really get to know one another. We just got to be engrossed in this movie that really was hard to
hard to watch.
Yeah.
But I think it's also about energy and chemistry because when you have, again, the internet dating, which I've never actually done, by the way, but when you have the internet dating, you already know a lot about the person before you meet them.
Right.
And so when you meet them, like you say, to have a really very laid back, nice conversation, but you already know so many things about them that it is about how you feel and what if that spark is there or if it's not there at all. That's it, kind of there.
That organic type of connection
that
people. And I think what's happening now more so in this day and age now is that technology is a great thing, but I think what it's done is made us very impersonal. Period. For you to be able to get know someone, because just on the what we spoke to a little bit earlier when we were off air about just the distractions of being so online, just always live on everything. If you got Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope, all these different platforms, you're always on. How do you have time enough to really communicate with another person, to really connect with that one person, as opposed to just trying to connect with thousands
of people?
It makes us very robotic. Kind of.
Yeah, we do. Definitely.
I feel like when I talk to a lot of people nowadays, because we are so time and technology driven, that it's like I feel like I'm talking to somewhat like that movie I, Robot. It reminds me of that a little bit, like things where people just they check out, they're not here. I even notice more even on the road, there's more accidents because people are just so distracted.
Everybody's on this thing going on while they're driving,
and they're not focused on one thing.
Right.
Definitely. Because we have 5 subjects, right? We're gonna jump into some music, folks. We're gonna jump into some music. I think I can't even see me. We're gonna jump into some music, and after the music break, we're gonna come back with the second subject for tonight. If LA is a fashion capital of the world, why do people put so little effort into what they wear? That was just observation I noticed, or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, after this break, we'll be right back, y'all. Okay.
All right.
Okay, here we go.